New England Patriots at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is the one I don't want to spend a lot of time. I don't think this needs its own YouTube cut-up even. We don't even need to chop this one up. We've spoken about the Patriots plenty this week. So if you want more Patriots analysis, go to yesterday's show. We talked about them for over 30 minutes. But Raiders favored by 3. Raiders coming off that Monday Night Football win. Josh McDaniels, remember, going in, said it feels like we're close. And now they've won 1 game in a row. He's right.
We're there.
Maybe they're close. It's a huge game. I mean, Vegas they have a chance to get to 3-3 here and knock New England to 1-5. Josh McDaniels maybe auditioning for his next head coaching job
in New England
against the Patriots. I'm just saying. All right, Vegas is favored by 3 here. Can New England get back on track here on the road against the Raiders?
I mean, they need to stop turning the ball over at such a crazy rate. That's been if you were describing the strengths of Mac Jones, if they existed, you would be saying accurate, good decision maker, takes care of the football. Only none of those things are true at the moment. He's not taking care of the football. He's throwing the ball to the defense. He's not completing, a ton of passes. Like, all of the things that are supposed to be his calling card have been terrible the last few weeks. If that continues, this is why they're getting waxed by 30 points every week.
And he's going up against a Raiders defense that, again, you look on paper coming into the season, and it was like, all right, who's there to help Max Crosby? Guys who have played well in the past, but, they've been inconsistent. They're playing much better, I think, as a unit than I expected. The Raiders defense, my guy Amik Robertson sealed the deal with the interception the other day against the Packers. He's playing well since coming back. Trayvon Merry gets safety, playing much better after he had a really nice rookie season 2 years ago, rough sophomore campaign last year. He's playing much better. Divine Diablo flying around the field making plays, former safety turned linebacker. I've been impressed with this Raiders defense.
I want to know how Bill Belichick and the Patriots are going to scheme up a solution to Max Crosby, because number one, he's their primary weapon on defense. Number two, he lines up over one of the biggest weak spots the Patriots have. Like, they have a banged up offensive line. Even with the banged up offensive line, there's a couple of spots that are stronger than other spots. Right tackle's a problem. And now right tackle is lining up where Crosby lines up basically every single snap. So we've seen the last few weeks that guy can be in the backfield every play. And if you don't have, what is your fix to that? Are you just going to chip him every play? Are you going to double team him straight with an extra lineman every play?
Hunter Henry is probably going to be standing right next to, is Verdarian Lowe starting, Calvin Anderson, whoever's there.
Either way, that's the focus for New England basically for this entire week. In addition to, hey, Mac, can you stop throwing the ball to the defense?
It's funny because I thought you were going to say how they're going to scheme up for Devontae Adams.
No.
On the other side, because similar question. I think if the Raiders defense keeps playing pretty well here, I think their offense kind of reminds me of the Saints. Like, they're close. Garoppolo still solid. He had a terrible interception that he threw into triple coverage, but led the comeback attempt.
Classic Jimmy.
Like, there'll be a couple of those in the game, but they're still good. With Devontae Adams wasn't fed early in that game, but Jacoby Myers was. They have options on offense. I think they're close, and they haven't even really tapped into Josh Jacobs in the run game yet. I think the Raiders are going to be pretty competitive here this year.
I wonder if this
is
the game that basically ends Mac Jones as a starter. I mean,
Bailey Zappi's done nothing to think that he's good. He had a couple decent starts last year.
In the Marcus Mariota realm of, at some point, the guy plays himself to the bench and it doesn't matter who's sitting there as number 2. You just have to make a change. Like, they have, quote-unquote, benched Mac Jones a couple of times already when the game has been, wildly out of hand. And then Belichick circles back to, no, he's still our quarterback. It's not all him. In large part, I would imagine, because of exactly what you're saying. Like, the alternative is Bailey Zappi, who doesn't look any better. But there reaches a point where you can't. I mean, he's got 7 turnover-worthy plays in the last 2 games. And an adjusted completion rate over that time of 62%. That's catastrophically bad. Like, at some point, you just have to go, I don't care who the backup is, put him in.
There's a lot of things that are must-watch, not because it's going to be great, but I just want to see how New England responds here. You have Belichick saying things like, we're going to start over, this, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Like, how drastic is this? Is the offense going to look completely different? How? What can you do differently?
Well, it's funny because he's now run out. Like, you used to say, if there was one coach that had, like, the credit in the bank to do something completely, like, one of the reasons these sort of crazy, like, mastermind tank jobs don't happen is because the coach doesn't have the real estate to get that done. Like, he goes tanking for a year, the owner gets twitchy and goes, get out of here, I need to win. Bill Belichick was like the one guy where you would say he's got so much credit in the bank, he could do whatever he wants, even if it means like an 0-16 season, because, it's Bill Belichick. Now, it's not true anymore. Now we're looking at the schedule, and even unintentionally losing this number of games, you're like, it might be time to get rid of Bill.
Well, unless behind closed doors he is saying we see the QB class. We're gonna go do it.
Maybe.
All right, Vegas favored by 3 here.
I'm buying into it. Vegas, baby.
Raiders by 3, huh?
Covering 3.
I'll take New England because I don't think it can be as bad. Remember last year the Raiders won by 6, right? Because in the tie game, they had the lateral 6 to Chandler Jones, which was ridiculous. So yeah, the Raiders won it last year and did cover as well. I don't know why I would take New England. It's the last week. I'll take New England. This is their last chance.
One more chance.